There's one thing, I guess, that I dislike as much as that word that is sent to me about flatulence.
Yes.
And Chris Demm showed me something today that just tore me up. I don't like feet or toes. You know that.
Yeah, no one knows for sure. I've speculated for years that some babysitter did something to your feet.
You said that.
Or with your feet.
Or put her own feet on my body somewhere.
When you were a child. And you repressed the memories.
That's right.
They'll come flooding back. Your wife's a woman of science.
That's right. And my feet, I have bad feet. We talked about my toenails cutting up the sheets yesterday.
Yeah.
You know how you know when you're old? Here's how I know I'm old. I have 5 regular toenails left and then 5 horrible yellow toenails. I'm right at equilibrium. I'm about to tip over the edge.
Oh wait, are they 5 and 5 on each foot?
No, they're mixed.
Oh, they're mixed.
Let me tell you how I know.
Well, that's
I'm
nice.
All right, let me tell you how I know I'm old. Anytime I go online now for a story from, I'll go to Bleacher Report to get scores or whatever. Mm-hmm. There'll be an ad saying, toenails difficult to cut? Try these clippers.
These horrific-looking medieval implements.
Yeah. They'll say, problem toenails, try these. Yeah. And I thought, how did I get on this?
Old man toenails.
God.
I heard stories about them when I was a kid. It's like, well, that's not going to happen to me.
It happens.
Yeah.
They start to gnarl up and go yellow.
Men's toes in general. Nobody wants to see your men's feet. Mm-hmm. Nobody.
And then below, then they'll be like, ear hair giving you trouble. And you're just like, what? I just came here for the scores. That's all I want to see. I want to see who won the game last night. So this morning, Chris Demm said, you're going to hate the back of this car. And there's a picture of it online. In
it was
Maine.
just a random emailer.
An emailer emailed it to Chris Demm, and the license plate was personalized from Maine, and it said toe sucker on the license plate. And then when you take a closer look at it, there are multiple bumper stickers that say things like, hell yeah, I suck toes. That was one of the bumper stickers. And I thought, who makes a bumper sticker?
Who prints that?
How many could possibly be bought? And certainly there is at least one out there that says, hell yeah, I suck toes. And then I love feet with
the heart emoji.
With a heart emoji.
I heart feet.
And I am just...
Maybe they're a podiatrist.
Maybe. But totally into it.
Toe sucker.
Podiatrists don't suck.
Some people are
love
into
them.
Feet like you wouldn't believe.
Well, I get that.
They certainly were. That person
I don't understand it, but I know you're right.
Sexually.
Oh, I know.
And there was one sticker we couldn't make out. We tried to zoom in. It's like, I love me some toes or something like that.
That's right.
I
love me some toes.
There's no mistaking.
I wouldn't suck
They're
a toe.
shrimpers.
I'll never suck a toe.
Never.
Not
in your whole life.
Never have, never will.
Really?
I won't even give a foot massage.
Jennifer Aniston's toes.
Maybe.
She asks, she begs.
Well, for her. I mean, for Jennifer Aniston, yeah, I'd suck her toes.
Freshly washed and painted.
Yeah, yes. Now you're into it. Now that's...
Did you give her a foot rub and paint her toenails?
Yes, he would.
Yeah, I would do that, yeah.
He wouldn't say no.
I'd probably do it for my wife if she really asked, if she really wanted. Although the other day she had something stuck to the bottom of her foot. It's a Cheeto or something. I was like, there's something stuck to the bottom of your foot, baby.
That's what I'd expect.
The romance.
Either a dog biscuit or a Cheeto.
Yeah, something left on the floor.
It's a Cheez-It.
A pepperoni.
She's laying on a chaise, And I said, you got a
little...
something stuck to the bottom.
You can see your foot there.
They say the romance dies, but I don't see it.
Nah, after 20 years.
Nah,
it's a townhouse cracker.
The only townhouse you're ever getting.
I'll actually take that.
If you don't want that, you want to eat that? Hannah, you're talking about toenails now. Go ahead.
So I'm a manicurist in Winston-Salem, and I did a gentleman's pedicure once. And he warned me they were bad, and I said, I like a challenge.
Yep.
It looked like he took his toenails off and put tree bark on them.
Oh, God.
How does that happen?
Ooh. Were you able to fix him up? Did he look a lot better walking out?
No. He said he felt better.
Mm-hmm. God. Yeah.
But there was no fixing them for me. I had no idea what to do.
Yeah.
And in your experience, does this not happen to women?
It will happen to women, but I think women in general take care of their feet better than men do.
Agreed.
True that.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do other than just scrubbing them in the shower?
Yeah, but I guess women.
But women do get pedicures.
They do,
and they get them scrubbed on the foot and the bottom, and
I don't. I mean, I never get that kind of
cleaned
stuff.
and
exfoliated.
Yeah.
Do you have a love of feet, Hannah? Since you're in that profession.
I don't have a love of feet, but I do love doing feet because I feel like I'm actually doing something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Now, do you use the foot in your personal life?
All right.
I'm sorry. I
Gross.
think I have to ask it. Do you use it?
I'm asking about your partner.
Intimacy. Can you talk about it?
I dabble.
I dabble.
Okay.
She dabble in the
Okay.
foot. Okay. That's all I want to
I
hear.
bet she gives a hell of a foot rub.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, she's
but you got to tip her.
She does pedicures. That's wonderful. Thank you, Hannah. Thanks for the phone
Thanks
call.
for your service.
That's right.
Yeah, whatever you're making, it's not nearly enough.
I hope he tipped her very
Yeah,
well.
old man
Don't
feet.
you think?
Oh my God! Why
Old
would you
man
even
feet.
go? I'd be embarrassed to show a human.
She was great. Wasn't she
Sometimes
lovely?
Yes.
I've heard that sometimes when men get older, whoever gets older, sometimes if you have certain conditions, you need someone to take care of your feet, like diabetes.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I bet her client had diabetes.
I guess that's possible.
Very possible.
Because we had a former colleague who said that she used to rub an old lady's feet with Vaseline. That was her job when she was younger. She would go and rub the feet with Vaseline because the
And
woman,
the woman may have had diabetes.
I think she did, had the sugar.
Yeah.
As she
That's
used
like
to say, that's right.
that's right before you lose your feet or your toes
Ooh,
when you get
Yeah.
bad beatus.
hate to hear about that.
You're right.
So this is similar. I think you missed this, Dave, yesterday. There's an actress she's known for being in Harry Potter. Not a really well-known actress, but she's speaking out again. Her name is Miriam Margolyes. And yesterday she was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. You missed this.
Yeah.
I'll just update. Now she's talking about like all the big celebrities she's worked with. Schwarzenegger, she had a bad experience.
Schwarzenegger, didn't care for him. He's a bit too full of himself, and I don't care for him at all. He was actually quite rude. He farted in my face. Now, I fart. Of course I do. But I don't fart in people's face. He did it deliberately right in my face.
And Schwarzenegger, she said she's alleging now that he deliberately passed gas
Between takes.
right in her face.
On the set of what movie?
God, what was
End of Days?
End of
Time?
Days. End of
End of
Days.
Days.
End of Days.
It was during the filming of End of Days in Los Angeles, and I was playing Satan's sister, and he was killing me, so he had me in a position where I couldn't escape, lying on the floor, and he just farted. It wasn't on film, it was in one of the pauses, but I haven't forgiven him for it.
Never apologized to her. Never
Pull
apologized.
my finger.
She sounds like a proper lady. Don't
She
expect
does
to hear
sound
that. Don't expect to hear that voice in a
But she did say
Schwarzenegger flick.
fart.
She did.
She did.
She has a comment on Leonardo DiCaprio, whom she also worked with when he was much younger, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But Sammy, you wanted to tell a toe story. Go ahead.
I was telling Biggie, so I'm a federal employee. I won't go any farther than that. There in Greensboro. And my former boss at the time, who was a large, buff, former military man in his late 50s, kept inviting me out to get a beer. He's like, hey, man, let's get a beer after work one day, all this.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally go with him, go to Nebby's downtown. We're hanging out, having a couple of beers. Well, cut a long story short, because it's a long story, at the end of the night, which was a brief night, he offered to pay my beer tab if I would kick off my shoes and socks and wiggle my pale pink toes.
Oh.
Holy cow.
And I was, I waved my hand to the waiter and asked for my check, of course. And needless to say, the next day at work was a little awkward.
I bet. So,
And the thing is, I'm almost 50 myself.
mhm.
There are plenty of young twinks that work there. I don't know why I was targeted.
You should take
Maybe
it.
you vibed with him. I don't know.
Take it as a compliment. Take it as he wanted you.
Do you regret not taking the money?
No.
No.
No regrets.
No. Do you think
I'm not a whore.
so? If you had taken out your feet,
Just wiggle them.
yeah,
on
just
the patio.
he didn't want you to do it. He didn't want to like suck your toes or anything. He just wanted to see.
But
your feet.
there's another level
There
after
you go.
that.
You go
Yeah.
up. You go up. That's
It's
right.
if you'll do it for a par tab, what will you do for $100?
Right.
For 200.
Then he lets
yeah.
you let him fondle
Yeah.
your
You're
feet,
into
that
it.
kind of
Then,
thing.
yeah, it's the next level.
I mean, if you're really pressed for cash, you just show your feet for money or for a bar tab or something.
Plenty of females out there that do it. Now, there's websites with just feet.
Yeah.
Sammy, great story.
OnlyFans has probably changed the game for all the fetishists.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That right there, from Sammy. Don't you think that guy had to really come up with some courage to think, will Sammy do it? Because he's throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You know, he wants him to
Maybe
do
Sammy's
Well, he
a
said
nice
it was a
guy.
long story, so I'm sure there was
more to it.
Yeah, there's more to
you
it.
don't jump into the deep end of
Yeah.
toes.
I wonder if he kept pushing him like more beer, another beer,
Yeah,
another
get you
shot.
drunk. Get you drunk.
Hey man, you ever get anybody at work ever turn you on? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Brief night, long story.
Thanks, Sammy.
You. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sammy. What a
Meet you at
story.
Natty's.
This is that's
It's Dave's spot.
that's Dave's spot. They get you. You should go over there barefoot today. You know?
Well, I might if I brought some flops.
Where you
with me.
flops?
Yeah. Doing a lot better.
See what happens.
Where are your
yeah.
rainbows?
Never know who you'll run into.
Gosh, if that would have been Dave. He'd have just shown it off right there. Sure, here.
Sir, your tab has been taken care of.
You freak.
Yeah, I'll buy your tab if I can see your feet. Sure.
All right.
Your hairy Fred Flintstone feet.
You're the loser in this one.
Yeah, I consider it a win
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
You're taken care of. This is the same woman, the actress now, Miriam Margolis, who said she worked with Leonardo DiCaprio, and this is a big name, when he was much younger, and they asked, well, how was he to work with?
He was a bit smelly because it was very hot in Mexico, and I think young boys, and he was very young at the time, they don't make themselves fragrant. You know, they don't wash all the bits.
He apparently didn't wash his bits.
What movie was this?
God, I
Was
didn't.
this Romeo and Juliet?
No.
Did they shoot that in Mexico?
I don't know.
They did, but they did another one where he,
The beach?
I can't
That
know.
was
It
Thailand.
Okay.
was another one that they went across the border.
I'll look it up.
I remember the name of
I'll
it.
find out. Yeah, but he was they were shooting in Mexico.
Yeah.
And it was hot, and he didn't wash his bits. And he was young, you know. But she said he was really nice. Unlike Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.